Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney and I have a very exciting, well for me, video to share with you guys today. Okay, so I had mentioned, I think on Friday's video, we're going through the fabric that I purchased already for both my fall sewing and my daughter's. We're all set and ready to go. However, I did say that the only caveat there is that I still needed to get fabric for her homecoming dress because my daughter, or my son and my daughter, they are twins, started their freshman year of high school this year, and their homecoming dance, which will be at the end of September, is actually a formal dance. And my daughter's decided that she and a group of her friends, they want to go, just a group of girls, and wanted to know if I could make her dress for her, which I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for this moment since I learned to sew, which was when I was pregnant with them. So I've been waiting for this, so excited about it. So we were doing a little bit of shopping when I went down south, let's see, last week, which is the fabric haul you saw on Friday. I was looking for some stuff that wasn't, I'm not interested in spending a fortune on this dress. Number one, she's a freshman and it's just homecoming. It's not a huge dance, but she still wants to look nice and wear a formal dress. So we went looking on the good old Pinterest and a few different, I told her, I was like, okay, let's go to some shop websites, but we're not going to look at like what we can actually afford. We're gonna look at the dresses that like we would never in a million years be able to afford. We pinned like a $13,000 dress that was on there, and anyway, just having like a lot of fun with it, because when you're making your own dress, sky's the limit. We can pick whatever materials we want, but let's find a good design, something that we really like. And she actually picked this dress, which is this gal here. And at first she did want a floor length dress, but as we got to talking about it, she said that she was talking to a lot of her friends and they were all going to wear like above the knee dresses. Just homecoming is, even though it's a formal event, it's not quite, I think people wear more of the floor length stuff to prom. And you do have to be a junior or senior or be attending with a junior or senior to be able to go to prom. So probably neither of my kids will be going to that in the spring, but everyone can go to homecoming. So she has decided that she wants to take the hemline up. So we're going to do a hem above her knee, and not like mini dress. We're just going above the knee. We're going to put a little slit in it a little bit. But what she loved about this dress is she loved the crossover bodice, and she loved all of the embroidery in the applique. She thought that was really, really pretty, and she liked the idea that it was more pastel colors, even though this was going to be a fall dress because it's, obviously the end of September. So, with her being very artistic, it does make it fun because she really thinks through elements on things. It just makes sewing for her like a lot of fun because she really knows what she wants, but not, I want an exact copy of this dress. She just knows what she wants about that, and then we can recreate it and reinterpret it our own way, which actually is a lot of fun and quite easy. So anyway, we had looked at a couple of places online and didn't really find anything. So today at church, I'm filming this on Sunday, you're seeing it on Tuesday. Our church is, I don't know, it's like 10 minutes east of our house, and there's a Joann's like another, 5 or 6 minutes east of that, and which is not the Joann's I typically go to. I typically go to one west of my house. Our house is kind of like right in between two Joann's, which is nice. But the one east is, it is a bigger store, but it just tends to be a little bit more crowded. I don't know. I always have in the past had to wait a long time to get my fabric cut just because there's always been a line and that kind of thing. But because we were at church this morning and I was like, let's just go over to Joann's and look and see what they've got. God, they've got some really good stuff, because I'm not looking for silk. This is a dress that she's going to wear for her freshman homecoming. So anything that we would ever buy for her would be a polyester, I'm sure, just spending money on. So anyway, it was good to have her there. My son went too. He loves going over to Joann's. He just loves feeling all the fabrics and seeing that. So he's funny. So anyway, we had already picked out the patterns that we were going to use. So after we looked at that that dress. We were looking at a few different dress patterns, and actually the By Hand London Flora dress, which has two bodice options. There's like a straight bodice option, but there's also a faux crossover bodice option. It does have a shorter skirt, but it's a fuller skirt, which is actually right up her alley. So I grabbed that one, but she did want a little bit straighter skirt, or a little bit more A-line, less fullness in this one. And I already own the By Hand London Anna dress, which has a slit in it. And I think it actually comes in two different lengths. But what we're gonna do is we're going to put the Flora, By Hand London Flora bodice onto the Anna skirt. And we're going to end it above the knee, and we're gonna put a little slit in it, and just for style, just like for a little style element, but I'm talking like just a couple of inches, so that the top of the slit will hit her like below mid-thigh. So nothing too crazy. She has some nude strappy sandals that she's gonna wear that have like, I don't know, like a 1.5 inch, probably like block heel a little bit, only because she's like, I wanna dance, because we're gonna be at this dance. And I'm like, yeah, she's not too high heel quite yet. Like high heel. She just hasn't walked in them enough. So anyway, but I think a nice nude shoe is gonna be perfect with this. So we walked down the aisles, and she found this pretty quickly. So she found this embroidered tulle. Let me get the right side around here. They had I wanted 3 yards just to play around with, because I had figured out yardage to be about 4 yards I would need for the full length dress, but now we've gone above the knee. So, I mean, I could probably get away with less than 3. She's teeny. And they only had 2.5 left of this. So that's what we went with this. But it's this beautiful embroidered tulle. Let me try and hold this up. And it's got a scalloped edge, and I think it's on both selvages, and it is. That's good. Because I want to do, this is kind of hard to see because it's so see-through. So we're gonna leave the scalloped edge. I will just trim very close to that, that edge, and that's gonna be the hem of her dress. We're just gonna leave the scalloped edge there for the hem. Obviously I'm gonna back this with something, but she just loved the flowers. So we've got a lot of the pinks, and it's got gold around there, but it's a very soft gold. And with her colors, she is a calm summer, and this is like right up, in the pinks there, right up her alley. And even the gray, so the stems and stuff are like this darker gray, like this second one right here, it's a gray that kind of goes green just a little bit. So it's really perfect. So, and this is, how wide is this? I mean, this was pricey. This was a $30 a yard fabric, but for once it was not on sale, which is great because I had a 50% off coupon. Yeah, I think that's probably 54 inches wide. And the background of it, it's a very muted, it's not like a white tulle background, and it's soft. It's like a soft tulle. So I think this is just gonna be perfect. So our thoughts we're definitely gonna do the scallop along the hem, but possibly even see if we can run the scallop along each of the crossover edges, maybe. We'll see how that works. We'll kind of play around with placement. But I wanted a little extra of this because we're gonna play around with, I think, some of these motifs and cut them out and use them as appliques too, so we can build up the florals on, she wants to build up the florals on the overlap side, kind of over here, almost like a corsage. And I think that we can probably cut these out and applique them. But yeah, isn't that gorgeous? Because it's a little more sparse. And that way we can get some depth and stuff. So anyway, so yeah, this was $30 a yard, but I had a coupon for half off one item, regularly priced item, which worked out perfectly because, so yeah, I saw 2.5 yards, so I paid just a little over 30 bucks for all of it. So that worked out really, really well. And then to go underneath it, I went with the crepeback satin that they've got. It's their Casa line, which was on sale for 30% off. So I think we're gonna do the shiny side, and I'll show you what it looks like. I'm making such a mess here. The shiny side. So this is a little lighter pink than the flowers. Isn't that gonna be pretty behind there? I mean, I'll let her decide if she wants the shiny side or the matte side to be behind there, because it changes it a little bit. I mean, the tulle kind of makes it a little more matte. That's the matte side. I'll let her pick, go back and forth. So yeah, 2.5 yards of this. So this is just polyester. Again, it was 30% off, and I was also able to use a $15 off 75, I think, coupon that they had going on. Oh geez, I'm making just a big mess. Okay, so this is gonna be the, and I'm throwing off the white balance. This pink is gonna be the under part of the dress. And then I got some of this, it's a polyester, kind of a peach skin. It's just very soft for the lining, and it's just in a peach. I mean, it's more peachy than the dress. I feel like the dress is very much like a dusty, like one of her dustier pinks that's on there. But this is the lining. So, you know, if anything peeks out, I just wanted it to, I really wanted a good weight, and I wanted it to be nice and soft, and this is, so that should be perfect. So there we got the lining as well. And then I grabbed, here, let me get the, I mean, she was drawn to this like right away, which made me feel good because, you know, we'll make the dress look great on her and fit her, but it's the fabric at this point. Okay, so you can see that it's got like a soft gold that goes around these flowers, and we found this in the trim section, which it's a very similar looking flower on this tool, and I think we're gonna put this, she likes to draw attention to her waist because she's got a very small waist. She's an hourglass, and so, and that kind of level of gold matches really well, and this, even the style of flowers. And I don't know, they may have been made to go together, to be honest, because the flowers look very similar. But we're gonna put this around the waist of the dress. So there's a seam at where the bodice and the skirt connect. So we are gonna put this at the seam line there, just around her waist, just to kind of draw your eye to the waist. And I got 1.5 yards of it. It was expensive. It was like $15 a yard, but it was the trim, but it was on sale. And I got 1.5 yards of it, but I still think I paid like 12 bucks for the 1.5 yards. Anyway, so I just got 1.5 yards, but we could also play around with some of these motifs. Maybe it kind of has it has like a 3D flower effect. It kind of pops up in the center. It's just really pretty. So we got that trim. And then she wants to do, so my daughter has short curly hair, and we were talking about her hair. Oh, I got a invisible zipper. That was in the box as well. But for her hair, she really wanted to do, leave her hair down and do like a headband, but pull, so she parts her hair on the side, and the side that has the less hair, pull it back into the headband, but then leave her hair curly on the other side and kind of have that headband wrap around and then kind of tuck behind. So she almost has like a curly mess like right up by her face, and then do something on the headband over here. So the idea is to have the overlap on the opposite side of, so she'd have like something on her head, almost like a fascinator a little bit, on this side, and then have like some built up and applique on the other side. So we actually grabbed this gold headband that's like the flower, or leaves is what I'm meaning. And then she'll do all of this herself. We got these fabric flowers. It came in this package. Now this dark pink, I don't think that's not gonna look right. But I think with the, there's like a lacy, kind of creamy vanilla colored one, and then the lighter pink, and then there's this like vanilla chiffon. And then she grabbed some of these smaller little bitty flowers to kind of fill in a little bit. So that's what she's gonna do on one side with some good old hot glue, maybe some florist wire, and we're gonna attach on, so then you'll have the leaves all the way around, but we're gonna have like she's gonna do something with the flowers there on the side. So we got all of this, and then she already owns the shoes. She has a gift card to Ulta, so I told her we could go maybe buy a new eyeshadow palette or something to do her makeup, but and then, you know, we'll do her, she said that, you know, we could just, I have a really nice manicure and pedicure set for at home. I don't use it on myself, I should. But I said we could do that on her the day of and get her nails all done and nice. And we've got some jewelry she can wear and stuff. So anyway, this is everything we're gonna need to buy for the dress, or for the homecoming, and all in $112, and that was with tax, which I think is a fantastic price for a formal dress for a teenager, because they're just ridiculously expensive, and I think I'm gonna be able to probably make one. I mean, I know you can get them for less, you know, you could thrift them or even find them at different, like on clearance and stuff like that. But I think for the level of what we're gonna be able to provide for her, I think 112 is really, really good. So she's very excited about it. I'm very excited about it. And those are the plans going forward. The, let's see, I'll probably wait, and then the next time you see me, I'll just be showing you the finished result. The dance is on September 25th, so it will be after that, and I can show you footage of her in it and all that kind of stuff with her all ready to go for the dance. I may do an interim video in there, maybe as we're fitting the stuff, but typically she's not super hard to fit. We just have to do a full bust adjustment and lengthen the bodice because she's very long in the torso, but that's kind of it. So I don't know, we'll see how things go. But yeah, I'm so excited! My first formal dress for my daughter. So yes, I just wanted to come on and share with you guys that and the plans for that, because I had many people that have said they want to be included on that process going forward. So there we have it. That is the plans for her first formal dress. I'm very, very excited. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. Friday, what do we have on Friday? Friday, I think I've got actually some sewing that I'm gonna have finished to share with you guys, which is exciting. My sewing room is finally back in order. I've got access to my cutting table again. We worked on our basement this weekend and things are back in order, so I am very excited to get sewing. Yeah, I kind of had lost my sojo a little bit there for a while, and now I'm itching, and then everything went out of commission with the water in the basement, so I wasn't able to. So now I'm really itching to get back in. So yes, that's what we have going on for Friday. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday and you can get in some sewing this week, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.